storm came through a couple of days ago and I'm in town. And apparently there's seemingly no power in the whole town. I'm in the supermarket. Isn't this nice though? There's hardly anyone here. And listen, none of that dreadful music. The only downside is dairy aisles out of stock. I'm having to pay by cash. But I'm loving the silence. And I don't even mind the dark. Is it just me though, or is it weird a place like this doesn't have a backup supply of electricity? You'd have thought, with all these refrigerated and frozen goods, but anyway, good morning. You find me looking vaguely ridiculous because it's my birthday today. Although you didn't ask, if you're wondering, I'm 44 today. And we've come down to the beach house because I wanted to spend my birthday at the beach doing beachy stuff. I'd wanted to go to the excellent pub here for lunch, but unfortunately there was a big storm which I'd mentioned previously when I was in the supermarket. The pub's currently closed because there's no power. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What we're doing this morning is going out on the lake. So there's a lake system here as well as the sea, which is the other side of the beach. I've not been on the lake before, so I'm really looking forward to doing that this morning. Dawn's just broken, so we're going to get out on the water nice and early. And then what we're going to do instead is grab some stuff for a picnic on the beach, which would be just as nice, if not nicer, than pizza at the pub, which is my original plan. Unfortunately, I own a GoPro and I was going to bring it with me so I could record being on the boat. It's more like a sort of paddly, not quite a canoe, don't know what it's called. It's like a cross between a canoe and surfboard. I don't know, something like that. But unfortunately, I forgot to bring it in my haste of packing, and I'm loath to bring you in the guise of my phone on the boat, which probably will get wet and may well capsize. So unfortunately I won't be able to record that experience, but I can bring you with me to the beach when we have our picnic, and we can have a look at what's happening down there. But so far it's been a lovely morning, done some yoga, done my stretching exercises. We're about to have a decaf coffee because I've got quite into that lately. And then, as I say, we're heading out on the water and we'll take it from there. Oh, and by the way, thank you to everyone who sent me cards or emails or texts. It's very, very kind of you. And if you were wondering now in your card, although I know you'll know this by now, but your card arrived well in time and I was able to open it. And here it is, just in case you didn't believe me. I'm back down at the lake where we went this morning. Will's gone out for another paddle, so I thought we'd catch a glimpse of him coming back in. That's him there. He's in the one-person kayak, obviously. We might go back out tomorrow morning. As you can see, actually, the lake's much fuller than it usually is. Usually we get to the beach by walking along here, but as you can see, the footpath's totally submerged. There's another route up there. So I had a lovely picnic lunch on the beach for my birthday. But anyway, that's meant that it's kind of easier to paddle because you're not hitting sandbars, but sort of harder to paddle because it's much more currenty. Anyway, as I say, we might go out again tomorrow morning because it was very pleasant. But there's Will, making his way in. On a little road. So from up here, you can get a better sense of the sea being there, that side of the beach, and then the lake. Will and I paddled on this side of the beach. So all of this is sort of brackish, lakey water, because sometimes the sea breaches this little bit of beach here, so this water will be slightly salty. There was talk of it breaching a couple of weeks ago, but it never eventuated. And as I say, the lake is often quite a lot lower than this, so that what looks like a little spit of beach is quite often a much bigger, more impressive slither of beach. Because the path you normally walk on is flooded, walking on this slightly less attractive, but definitely more passable currently, road, which goes down to a car park. There's a quick scrabble over the little dune. Then we're on the beach. It's a popular place for people to come and fish. Apparently all sorts of species in there, and people often do it on the side like that, or out on little boats. One of the things you'll often see in Australia, I've noticed anyway, in this part of Australia I guess, the coastal parts, is come the weekend, typically men in very, very, very big cars, towing quite big boats. It's a little bit of an obsession, I guess. If I allow myself my Chanel obsession, I will allow them their towing their boats about obsession. Black swan, Australian speciality. Managed to ditch the old ball and chain. He's off to present his radio show. I bought myself for a nice little stroll along the beach. I'm wearing one of the things I picked up today from my charity shop haul. I got 3 excellent things. Came to a grand total of $21. This is in the vicinity of about £10. This is a 100% wool, thin weight knit Jaeger jumper, and I've got 2 other excellent things which I may do a bit of a try on for you. I know some of you, and perhaps my nan most particularly, quite like seeing that sort of thing. So I've got another jumper and a pair of trousers. Anyway, I'm off for my lovely stroll. Thought I'd quickly show you the beach. So this is where we came for my picnic lunch. I'm going to go for a nice little stroll, head back, maybe have a glass of cider or 2, put my feet up and listen to Will on the radio, maybe practice some French. I'm learning French at the moment. I'm a huge francophile, so it's something that I've been meaning to do for a very long time. I learnt German and Spanish at school, and I do know a bit of French. You sort of pick it up as you go on in life, but not really enough to hold a proper conversation. Anyway, I digress. I will catch up with you at some point in the future. Back at home now, and I thought, as I promised, I'd quickly show you what I got in my birthday charity shop haul. Starting with this lovely pair of gentlemen's pinstripe trousers. From what I can see, they're coming across as grey, but they're actually navy blue. They are quite clearly handmade, and although they don't have a label, the fabric feels like wool. This is my lovely mock neck 100% wool jumper, which is also navy blue coming across more as grey. As you can see, originally manufactured by Jaeger and 100% wool. And look, made in Great Britain. Nice vintage piece. And lastly, there's this beautiful piece here. It's a cream turtleneck knit from House of Fraser. I think there's a little tag. And as you can see, it is a silk cashmere blend. Slightly oversized, although back in the day sizing was less generous than it is now. That's how we all kid ourselves that we're slim. It's just that sizes have gone up. They say that Marilyn Monroe is like, oh, Marilyn Monroe was a size 16 and she's really sexy, but it's also known that size 16 then is like a size 8 now or something. So sizing is radically altered to make us feel better about ourselves. Anyway, that's by the by. This and the blue are both quite lightweight knits, and I quite like that because although the part of Australia I live in is cold, it's not as cold as the part of Scotland I lived in formerly. And so as well as my lovely Scottish jumpers, which I do wear, it does get cold enough. Nevertheless, it's nice to have these lighter knits.